Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I've seen a lot of people talking about these gas prices being in most places over $4 a gallon, and they talking about Teslas, electric cars, and they talk about the price of Teslas. I fortunately own two Teslas, but I bought them, like at least one 2 years ago, and the other one, well, 3 years ago now, and the other one last year. So So the gas prices really doesn't hurt me, but I do see that the prices of Teslas right now is pretty expensive. So it probably won't make much sense, trying to save money buying a Tesla now. So I just looked at what I paid for my Tesla when I got both of mine, and I want to compare them what they're going for right now. My first Tesla was a Model 3. I bought it in 2019. Yeah, January 2019. And as you see here, the Model 3 was 3,500. And then once you get all the packages and everything added on to it, the color, the paint, which was at the time was metallic blue, then back then it was only advanced autopilot, which is basically what you're getting now, because the full self-driving is not activated yet everywhere. So you're paying, this is what it was. It was just the advanced autopilot, which was 5,000 at the time. So as you see here, the total is 5,800 or 58,700. So now that's what it is now. I mean, that's what it was then. So I'm gonna go to custom order. One thing, this is the big trick bag. This potential savings, this means nothing, because those potential savings are not going to help you when it's time to pay for it. You want to know what it is right now. So you want the purchase price. So when I got mine, I did not get the rear wheel drive. I got the all wheel drive. So and then I had the long range. So that's pretty much the same. I had the blue, which is the same. I had the regular arrow wheels, which was that. Interior, my interior is black. Now the difference is they have full self-driving capabilities for 12,000, but as you see here, advanced autopilot has all of this. The only thing it doesn't have is this guy. So you pretty much you're getting the same thing now, but for 12,000. And before, when I first got mine, they was offering $2,000 more to upgrade to the full self-driving for 2,000 extra, even though you're never going to use it. So most people in their right mind would not have bought it. And now they got the subscription plan. So now if you want full self-driving, you just pay the $200 a month if you want it. So now if you look at this, the price is $70,440. That's like a good $12,000 difference, a little bit less than $12,000 difference. Now I bought my Model Y about almost 2 years after, in 2020, and the Model Y at the time, you see the prices, it's 41,000. Then when you get the package with the all wheel drive, long range, it came up to 52. I'm sorry, it came up to 51, and as you see here, at 51,000 is actually, I got a better deal on the Model Y. So now, back then, it was $100 down, and actually this was a good price. And as you see, autopilot was already included, and I did not get the full self-driving because I learned from the first one I really didn't need it, and they was going to charge me another one to full self-driving. I wish it was based on your account. Then I wouldn't have mind having full self driving if I was able to have it on all the vehicles. Any vehicle that I own is just account wide, which would make a lot of sense, but it wasn't that way. So now you see these prices right here. Now when you come over to the Model Y custom order, I'm going to try to configure the same vehicle that I bought almost 2 years ago, a year and some change ago. So once again, this potential savings is a trick bag. And also you see it, it will come either the end of the year to the 2023. All right, so I got a white one. I got the regular wheels. Did not get the tow hitch inside black. I did not get the rear seats. I did not get the self-driving on this one. So now continue. Now you see here, it's 62. That's another $1,100, almost $11,000 more. A little bit over $11,000 more. And then once you put all the other fees on top of it, it's more like 13,000. Like 13,000 more. Crazy. Now let's look at the payments. Now you see the payments. They keep on putting this gas savings in there. I don't think they should include that because who cares? Like once you buy this, you're not worried about gas anymore. Gas is a pass.
Bars.
Don't worry about it. Like they don't need to try to promote gas savings anymore because you're not. Who cares about gas? You know. So anyway, so you look here, cash value. You're gonna pay cash. For me, it would have cost if I would have bought the car today, from 2 years ago, it would have been. Or plus the fees, so it would have been like $6,400. If I want to take out a loan on it, and I put down the down payment, and then it would have been $900 a month. And my bill is a lot cheaper. One, I got a much better rate. I got like 1 and change rate back then. Then also I was able to put down more money down, so my payment is a lot better. But let's check out used models, Teslas. Let's say that right now, if you want to get a Model Y, you got to wait until 2000, at least October, and then maybe to 2020 January. Now let's look at used ones. All right, let's look at used Tesla. Now, used Model 3. This is 2018. They want $60,000 for it. Keep in mind, I paid about 58, and that was including full self-driving. So basically, I paid 58. Well, that was including enhanced autopilot, which is get the same same features as full self-driving that's available now. Now you see it's more right now, and this is an older vehicle that had with 47,000 miles on it. Mine only have 17,000 because I don't, I don't commute far, and I got multiple vehicles. But now, just give you an idea of what it's going for. Now, just look at the Model Y. They got a used Model Y for, this is 2020, the same. Well, I got a 2021, so mine's a little different. So mine is a newer one, and this was 73, and I paid 51 out the door. And of course, I didn't have full self-driving. So if I would have threw full self-driving on it back then, and I believe back then it was going for 7,000, I opted out of it. But that would have been about 58,000 if I would have got full self-driving. Still, look at the prices. So it makes this difficult, very difficult to justify buying a Tesla now, only due to the gas. Now the gas, saving money on gas is great. I mean, I'm not worrying about a gas station, not worrying about the price of gas, not worrying about getting online. I can just, every 3 or 4 days, I just come home, plug my car in, and that's it. It's over. I have nothing to worry about. So that's a beautiful feeling that I feel that if you own a home, that's something that you should want to do. You should want to have an electric vehicle, and you have it in your driveway, and you're able to charge your car. And the maintenance of not worrying about changing oil, you have to do tires. You got to do tire rotations every 5,000 miles, whatever. But the oil change you have to worry about. For the most part, the only fluid you have is the antifreeze, and the antifreeze is something that they will tell you to check every 2 years. However, if your antifreeze is low, you got a problem. So the antifreeze should not go anywhere unless it drips out. And then if you get an indication, then odds are you got to bring it to the shop, because this antifreeze is there to cool the battery or warm the battery, depends on the situation, and that's it. It is in the motors. I believe the newer ones is like the Model Y. I believe those they call them 1,000,000 mile motors. The Model 3 my Model 3, that was 300,000 miles motors, and so there's no maintenance. You just drive it. If something is broken, it's under warranty to the vehicle, and that alone. I owned a Mercedes, and I used to pay $250 for oil change. And even though the oil change is only once a year, but once you take it to the dealer for the oil change, they find all types of problems, which was good, because the car, it has wear and tear, so they either find something wrong with the brakes, they find a shock that is leaking because I had air expansion. They always find something. Amazingly, every time that I went to the Mercedes dealer once a year, my bill was always around 2,500. It was just weird. 2,500, like I can count on it. Went for oil change. They find other stuff throughout the year that was getting worn. They found the leak. They found this. So the car ran good as long as you take it to the dealer. I'm used. I was used to paying maintenance. So that adds. That's like a hidden cost that people don't take into account when they buy a vehicle. Now you get your Tesla, all that is out the window. If you have a problem, I mean it's broken. And if it's broken, hopefully it breaks in the first 4 years that you own it. Now, I will always recommend Teslas. And if your only reason for buying a Tesla is because of the gas prices, it's kind of rough right now because the Teslas are up. So you might just, it would take a longer time to break even. But the convenience of not worrying about gas is great. The convenience of not worrying about all those maintenance items. You have a all-wheel drive vehicle. You don't have to worry about a transfer case. You don't have to worry about transmission oil. You don't have to worry about anything like that. No engine oil, nothing. You just drive it. I never change the brakes. The brakes is the same. It's like due to regenerative braking. It really it doesn't wear on the brakes as much, especially if you do a lot of highway driving. You really don't even touch the brakes at all. So the brakes doesn't. I heard stories about it start to rust up because you don't use them as much. But like that's one thing. Brake job, $500. Every 2 years, that's out the window. So I will always recommend Teslas. I would say Tesla is by far the best vehicle that I ever owned. Hopefully the prices go down, and when everything goes back to normal and the gas is like back to the low $3 and change, and hopefully the supply shortages are all fixed and Teslas become back affordable or more affordable than like it was in the past. Even though like before it sounded expensive, but now it's very affordable. Hopefully people will, that could, like I said, if you own a home, buy a Tesla and you never look back to gas. That's the best thing I ever did. All right, everyone. Have a good day.